So I'm just going to take a few moments just to wrap this kind of chapter actually with how the role of the leader has kind of evolved and how it's changed over the last few years and how those expectations of leaders has changed. And I'm sure most people would agree that the old kind of command and control style of leadership, which has been around, 60 plus years, is no longer fit for purpose as the general kind of prevailing dominant kind of overarching leadership style. Yes, there are still times when it may well be required, but actually not as a constant. It's not our dominant kind of requirements anymore. But just thinking back to our kind of previous discussions, we've seen that we and our team members want a much more human-centered approach. We no longer just give respect because a person holds the title of manager, director, whatever. We don't just give that respect. People have to earn respect. And we want to see more empathy and understanding from our leaders. We want more involvement, more autonomy. And the challenge that we really have is that unless leaders have higher levels of self-awareness and emotional intelligence, and unless they develop their skills to have a more agile leadership style, the likelihood is that they're not going to be actually supporting and enabling their teams to perform at their best. Now, I'm sure if I asked all of you on here today, are you self-aware? Do you believe yourself to be self-aware? Then along with 99.9% of the population, I'm sure you'd probably answer yes. But do you know? According to research, in reality, there is only 10 to 15% of people who are truly self-aware. And the thing is that's kind of a little bit concerning is that believing you're self-aware when really you're not can be really quite dangerous and have disastrous consequences for the people around us. Also, 75% of employees report that the most stressful part of their job is actually their line managers. And the last kind of factor that plays into this is that leaders influence the psychologically or how psychologically safe team members feel at work by approximately 70%. If team members are feeling stressed and don't feel safe to speak out, not able to show up as themselves at work, feel that they'll get kind of knocked down or some kind of punishment, if you like, if they speak out and highlight mistakes, etc., then they are less likely to perform at their best. Now, yes, if we lived in an ideal world where the days are always sunny, there's an abundance of money, there's no cost of living crisis, and we didn't have really long to-do lists that kind of just appeared to be getting longer, no much how long we worked, how many jobs we ticked off it. There wasn't that constant pressure on us, then yes, we would be in a far better brain space and have more time to consciously think about what we say, what we do, how we lead our people. But living in the reality of the world today, the majority of people, including our leaders, are in survival mode. And they're reverting just naturally to type because that's what we do when we're in survival mode. We revert to type. We aren't agile and we're not flexing our leadership style. So hopefully today we're going to just be raising your awareness of this and your conscious awareness of this. And this is one of the things that we like to do on leadership programs, is just raise that awareness of who we are and how we're showing up. And are we actually delivering a flexible, agile leadership style?